I wanted to shoot you a quick video. I had some thoughts and I wanted to share a drill that I do. I guess it's not really a drill, but just a way to kind of bounce between on the course and practicing mechanics, because a lot of the times if we're thinking a lot about the positions, obviously, then I think time stops, or that was the concept from program 1, but basically where your mind focuses its attention on is where the thoughts are located, I guess, in a sense. So if my thoughts are located on a position, or my left hip, or my right hip, or something mechanical, then I'm still in the car and I'm still thinking about where my hands are on the steering wheel. Now, that's going to happen forever. We're always going to be fine-tuning, those elements or these mechanical things. But that being said, we also have to practice when we're in the race, looking out the windshield, because whatever you've got on that day is what you've got. So one way that I practice this is I'll spend some time working on what I'm feeling, I guess mechanics-wise, when I'm hitting balls. But if I've got a tournament or I've got to go play, I try to get all mechanics out the window as soon as possible. Now, there's some feels that I'll have. I'll want to feel centered, or I'll want to feel, hitting up into that pad on the tree, or I'll want to feel, that right arm strong to the finish, or a nice balanced finish position. But I'm not thinking of very intricate mechanics. I'm thinking more of big picture movements and fundamental type stuff, because I can play with those thoughts. I can play with the thought of being centered and just swing, but just be centered. Or I can play with the thought of really hit up into that pad up here. Make sure this left arm is strong into that pad, like we did when we hung that pad on the tree, so that the pressure and the stability of the club face stays safe through here. It has to be safe and match my body rotation. But if my thoughts are stopping time at impact, well, then this stuff is going to be looser, because my attention is in the car, not out the windshield. Well, at least that pad gets me somewhat out the windshield, because those thoughts are front side of the golf swing. So that, in that sense, what you felt, I believe, was when you swing at it, you keep the momentum up through here, versus when you don't swing at it, or when you stop time, then the momentum doesn't quite react the same way. So one drill that I'll spend a lot of time is, and this goes back to Nicklaus's quote of 50% mental image, 40% setup, 10% swing. I'll hit 10 balls in a row, but the focal point for these 10 balls would be my target, what I see the ball doing out in front, and then as I set up to it, okay, I have a sense of that, okay, that's where I'm going. Maybe take 2 looks, and then when I make this final look and turn my head back to the ball, I want to hold that mental image as the focal point in my mind throughout the entire swing. So 2 looks. Okay, now the mental image is in my head, I'm holding it there. And so it's a practice in concentration, I guess, if you want to use that word, but in focus, so that my attention is not in the car, it's out the windshield. And so you'll experience some neat things, because there's times where I don't even know if I look out the windshield because I'm consumed with mechanics, but there's other times where I am just not even thinking about my swing. I feel like it's in rhythm, I feel like it's working well, and then I become very target oriented, and now we're playing golf out in front, or energy out in front, as we use that term. So 10 balls, mental image out in front. Hold that picture. And see if you can keep your attention out there just for 10 balls and see what you experience. Sometimes you'll hold the mental image, you'll come back here, and then your thoughts will stop here. Or you'll get some mechanical thought, or you'll lose the attention to where you're going. I want that picture to stay in my head from here. Okay, it's in my head, it's staying there. My attention never left where I was going. So give that a practice, 10 balls, focused attention on target with just zero mechanics, because that would be the opposite end of the spectrum of very mechanical. So that would be more Bubba Watson golf versus like a Charles Howell or someone who's really mechanical. All right, just wanted to send that to you. Thanks again.